In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the new Blackboard editor. In Blackboard, when you write out instructions, when you create a page or an item, if you're participating in a discussion, the editor will pop up. And the editor has, options to make stuff bold, italic, underline, change the color of the text, change the sizes, things like that. So on this screen here, you're going to see the top image here is the old editor that you might have been used to. And the bottom is the new editor with the new buttons that we're going to be using. Okay. Now, a lot of the buttons are the same. If you look across the top here, we have the old bold, underline, italics, underlines, and strike through. We've got the same thing down here. These are a little bit more obvious as to what they're going to give you than just the actual picture of, that is bold. So it might make it a little bit easier to figure out what they're showing you. The format option for the paragraph when you do headers, this is the same, okay? The font is the same. They do have a couple of new fonts. Then the font sizes, you can go in and pick your sizes in here. That hasn't changed. The bullet button, okay, that's going to be the same. Your numbering button. And then your text color button, it just looks a little different. It's still in there, okay. And then the highlighter, okay, here they actually show something that's a highlighter. Now, one of the things that is new is the clear formats. That's this T with X on the end. So if you've gone in and you've made something bigger, you've made it bold, you made it underline, you change the color of it. If you select that text and hit this button here, it will clear out all the formatting and take it back to the default formatting. So it's just a quick way to get rid of that. Okay. Then as you go across your cut, copy, and paste, those are the same things. Okay. The search button, it's the same option. Your undo and redo are the same on this page as well, just like they work in Microsoft Word. Just like in Word, if you close the file, in this case, if you close and save the page and come back in again, that undo feature is not going to be available. You have to keep it open. Okay. Your alignment features are still the same. The increase and decrease indents are still there. Okay. Your superscript and subscript buttons, they're the same thing down here. And then you've got the links. I'm going to do a separate video talking about how the links have changed, because there is a huge thing with that. Okay. Your paragraph options to set paragraphs, those are still in there. And then options to do lines, those are available in here as well. You've got the spell checker, so that's the same. And then this is where the look is a little bit different, and there is an option here. This is the math editor, and this also here is the math editor as well. Okay, so that really hasn't changed. The big area that has changed is the mashups. And then some of these other buttons. There was a file button, an insert picture, an insert video button, and then under mashups is where you saw like Who Knew It videos, YouTube, ensemble, library guides, and then some of your tools that you used if you use something through like Evolve, things like that. So all of these options here, with the exception of the formula builder, all these options are replaced with this plus sign at the end of the second or the last line of the editor. Okay, so when you click this plus sign in the editor, it will pull up all the options to insert a file, to insert it doesn't say specific pictures in it anymore, but if you insert a picture, it will add the picture to your document, okay, or your page that you're working on. Okay, so that's where you're going to be adding files and videos and all that, those set of options through that plus sign. Okay, then your other options here, these are all the same. The anchor, they just changed the image. You can do emojis, the little happy face, you could do an emoji, and then the symbol here is the same thing as this copyright symbol. Okay, and then it has all the table options, so that's all the same. Okay, and then this HTML and the CSS codes, are now source codes, which is this open and closing greater than symbols. Okay, so that is changed looks wise, but that's where you would go in and do your codes. And then this little person here is the accessibility checker. This is brand new. If you want to check the content that's on the page that you're building, you can run the accessibility checker, and I will show you a video separate on how to do that. Okay, there's the preview button, how to get help. The expand button, that's the same thing as this one up here to let you expand the screen and go to a full screen for the editor. And like I said, the last button on the end is where you would insert files, pictures, videos, all that stuff. Alright, so that's an overview of some of the things that have changed in the editor. Okay, you can see I skipped over a couple things because it's something that I've never used, I mean, we can go deeper if need be. Okay.